What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I Want Entertainment. We are here with Garrett, a gamer in Gamers Paradise 2. We are in level 8, and he is here for another confessional. Last time we spoke, Garrett, it was a level 7. So a bit has happened since the last time we talked. Tasha's been debugged. We have a new level simulation. You were one of only 3 people competing for the power. And yeah, you've already finished the challenge. So where's your head at? I know you were talking about your plan of the Juliets.
So two things with that.
Yeah.
Good news is I was dead on my prediction that Romeo was in at least 3 alliances and had to make sure the noms were right. So I was dead on that. And then the bad news is that unfortunately it's so hard to get one person from each group to want to work with each other. And so I don't think the Juliets is unfortunately going to happen this game. But you better believe if I make it to the end, I'm still going to bring it up as one of the wackest, awesomest idea that I've had this game. So
If you make it to the end, that could have been Juliet Alliance. Could actually like serve you well in that. Like it was something that you tried to make happen, but like
and
you
it was
can
like
only
the
work
right
with so
read.
much.
I've been
If like
having
the other people
the right reads pretty much
yes,
all game. I've like had like the right reads. So
and if
they've all been
those people
confirmed after the Shronica
if
call.
those people joined in the Juliets with you and you happen to be in the final 2, like if the Juliets was formed, that means that like the Juliets would have prospered based off of that idea. So if it doesn't come to fruition and you still make the final 2, then it's sort of like y'all should have had my reads essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still possible to take out Jackie, put Sharonica, because Sharonica was in the alliance with Romeo, and I still have a chance to do Hannah, Sharonica, and me. But I think I've learned my lesson of trying to actually make it official. I'm just going to keep it unofficial and hope that those 3 or us 3 make it to the final 3. And then hopefully by then, Sharonica would want Hannah out. Hannah would want Sharonica out, and then I get to pitch the Juliet's alliance that I've been working with indirectly this whole game. So yeah, so it's still in play technically.
Based on the last conversation, you just said like Hannah Sharonica. Was that just an example, or is that like after the last?
I think that's my
games,
best shot
okay.
at to the end because they because I need a challenge threat. And I think of all the challenge threats, Hannah, I have the best shot against. Yeah, and I think she's a good player, and I think that she could still beat me. But I just feel like I'll have a lot of things that I can throw on the plate for one. But I'll take any challenge threat at the final 3 that's willing to take a shot at Sharonica over me. And if I can get Sharonica to the end, yeah, I feel good about that as well. I just don't know if anyone will let us do it. So that's still a problem. But yeah, no, it's possible to do Sharonica Hannah final 3. That would be ideal.
So I saw you yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah. That like you were fucking a busy fucking beaver. Like there was one chat somebody wanted me to add you in it. Another chat somebody wanted me to add you in it. I turn around here on call one person. I turn around here on call another person. So like
3 calls within like a half hour. I was like quick on those calls.
So
like, all right, I'm out.
What is like what was the outcome of these recent calls? Like has pertinent stuff been shared, groups been made that like, I don't know, change your game a little bit?
I think what really helped me feel good about my position is the one with Billy and Hannah, because I genuinely don't think that they have much else going except for Billy has Pop on the side and Hannah has Romeo on the side, which is fine for now. So that one I feel actually really good about. And I've always been kind of struggling to figure out what to do with the other side because they seem the ones that want to work with me the most, but then they clearly are like close with each other. And then it was just confirmed tonight that like, I am definitely 5 out of 5. And if I get put up with anyone else in my side, they're just going to vote out me over those other people. So I don't think that they're good for me long term. And Sharonica, it was hard to have a conversation with her because I know she's close with them. So I have to tell her that I'm going to go for Papa. But in reality, my goal is to put up Sean with Sharonica And if there's no twists that get people extra votes, then that instantly will take Sean out. So, and the numbers I believe add up for that. That I think I'll have to double check actually. I'll have to double check actually. Sharonica, I might have looked at it wrong. But either way, I'll look at it. But the idea is to put it up to where Sean will have little to no chance of getting the votes for it. And then I have in my back pocket, because the two corruptors, Hannah definitely wouldn't play it for Sean. And in my back pocket, I have for Papa that Sean was throwing out, backdooring him last night. And so Papa knows that whatever deal he had with Sean was fake, because Sean had no problem and he never went back on his word or anything and said that he was just telling me that to like make Jackie happy. He seemed very genuine about the proposal, which is weird because I'm in a chat with Sean and Papa, which shows me that chat was only made to make me and Papa happy. So I have ways to make sure the corruptor doesn't get played on Sean, and I have every intention of getting rid of Sean. I was thinking Sean and Jackie, and I still might do Sean and Jackie based off of the conversation showing that Jackie has been lying to me probably, and so we'll see. Otherwise, I might do Sharonica just to try to diminish the threat level. I'll have to look at the vote count.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, worried about if you do Sean and Sharonica, that two people playing corruptor might jeopardize your plans, but you already answered that. So worst case scenario for Garrett, like, do you feel that if you don't win CPU, a lot of this is plans on if you win, what happens if you don't win? Do you think the conversations that you had last night with Jackie and Sean will put you in a good position? Or do you think that maybe some of the conversations you had today could make its way back to the wrong ears and then put you in a shitty spot?
Yeah, no, they definitely could go back to the wrong ears and get on Sharonica if she doesn't want to play the game with me. That's fine. I feel like I've told her and I can backpedal and let her know that like I was listening to her going through all the different options, but my end pick was Papa. That's the last thing I told her. So I had no intention of taking out Jackie or Sean. That was never mentioned really as like the answer. So I don't know if Sharonica was trying to get me to say that or if she genuinely wants to take a shot at Sean. My guess, it's a little bit of both. So for right now, so that way Sharonica doesn't have any ammo, I made it very clear at the very end of the conversation that my target is Papa right now. And so the only person that should be upset right now is Papa. And I feel like I can clean that up when the time comes.
For the sake of example, let's say that conversation with Sharonica was genuine, fully. Is that something that you'll ever be able to like determine, like, is Sharonica really good for her word? Is she really down to ride with me?
Yeah, I think my conversation with Sharonica are about as genuine as they can be. And I play not a very like comp heavy game to threaten Sharonica. And yeah, I think that there's no reason for her to come for me. So I mean, if she really is threatened by me, that's fine. But I have no intention of ever going for her. And yeah, and I think that hopefully I've given her enough information to be that if she ever brings it back to the other group, that it's just Papa going and not me.
There was something interesting that made me and Drew laugh on the call.
Was it the part where they said that they're both trying to win together and that both of
Oh
them
no,
at the end makes no sense?
Oh no, last night. No, I meant Sharon the call with you and Sharonica. Last night
Oh,
that call had me fucking rolling every other word, especially like between you and Jackie, because y'all were being so like sort of just like upfront, like calling spades with each other.
yeah, I was just surprised.
She's like,
that,
well,
like,
you're not married and you're not pregnant, and you're like, you're full of shit. You're making my head.
Yeah.
I was rolling
because like it's like it doesn't take a genius to realize that like two married people, especially when they say a win for one is win for both, wouldn't worst case scenario be the other person wins? So that means best case scenario is that both of you are at the end. Explain to me how that doesn't make sense. Like, so they still never really did. So I just gave up and I just accept that. And I told them like, I just refuse to go to the final three with both y'all then, like, cause I don't know what you all are on. And if they feel like they have a different path, that's fine. But I feel like me being brutally honest that I don't want both of them at the final three, and I have no problem with one, will hopefully be enough honesty that they have not gotten from everyone else that I feel good. But it was just so I just could not believe that they would say, yeah, ideally we would love to be going to the end, but we know that's not possible. No, they just refuse to admit that they would love to be at the end, which is just ridiculous. And so I just gave
You
up.
you don't buy for a second that if they're in the final three with you, you're out of here.
Think about it. Think about it like you're married, right? And think about it like you're married with the person you love, your best friend, and you have the opportunity to go to the very end together after being talked about the entire game and say, fuck you all, we still made it. You're saying you're not going to take that? Of course you are. Everyone would. I don't have to be married to understand how that works. I don't have to be pregnant to understand how that works.
Yeah, that was funny. So someone have also that made me and Drew laugh when you were on call with Sharonica. She said something about the Four Horsemen Alliance and like how she found out about it, and you were like,
Yep.
"Oh, interesting, noted." And like,
Confirms.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I just died. So tell me what you think about that. Do you believe it? Did it like connect any dots, or did it just make you more confused?
No, it connected all the dots that I needed. It was between Romeo and Sean, but seeing as that Sean said it, either it was like in the group chat, so Romeo was okay with it and he just didn't want to get the blood on his hands. Either way, it confirmed what I was feeling, which I told you earlier that, they're in multiple groups and they have to put us both up. It's no coincidence that that's happening to an extent. And so, yeah, so like to that part, that part's true. I mean, I've been told that, it was just coincidental that we were put up together, but, for someone to say the specific name, the Four Horsemen, just shows you how much they didn't care about the Four Horsemen, which means that he doesn't really care about the Power Rangers either. So I fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you, kind of thing. I'm not falling for it again. I see what he's doing, and if I don't do anything this round, then me and Papa will go up soon. I guarantee it.
Oh, you have anything else to get off your chest?
I think those are the main ones. I feel at first it felt like I was doing Jackie and Sean as like just fuck it. I feel it feels right, and now it's like, oh no, this is right. Like one of them has to go. Like it's very clear now that I actually have evidence now to back up my shot taken. I thought that Sean's done more damage, but it's possible that honestly Jackie might be more of a dangerous player. But seeing as Sean is just more of us, I think I gotta just take the shot at Sean since I have more evidence against him and his game.
Do you
Even
think
though I
if
think
the shot
Jackie's a
for
more dangerous player.
Sean goes through, you win CPU, you get him up, corruptor's not used, Sean is a final glitch and goes home. I know that you've been trying to foster this relationship with Jackie, however much it might feel like a song and dance, like y'all are dancing around each other. Do you think that when and if Sean is gone, that relationship will become more steadfast, or do you think she's going to be like, "Oh, you motherfucker, you got my husband out"?
Yeah, I mean she could be, but the bottom line is everything I've said is true at this point, and I have enough evidence to take out Sean at this point. And I've told Jackie that I'm down to go final three with her at this point, and I'll still sell that. And if she has a problem with that, she can take me out. But I will go back to not targeting her whatsoever and going for whoever else or just going for no one and just hoping that it works out. She might want me out. That's fine. But and that might be true. I think Benny might be somebody that wants me out. Um, and then maybe Papa or Romeo. I don't know. But at this point, I'm fine ruffling a few feathers. And I think I can pitch to Papa that maybe I'm the next person that hey, I think Papa was down to work with Sean because they were both the biggest threats. And if I take out Sean, then maybe I take that spot next to Papa as like the other big threat. So I feel good with him, feel good with pretty much everyone else. And then Jackie, it's just purely if she's got a vendetta or not. I know Benny, I feel like would go for me for sure. Um, and so it's up to that. But I feel like if I give Jackie my word that, I have no problem going to the final three with her and I don't bring up going for her at all, she gets to finally play her game and she can come for me whenever she wants, kind of thing. But it's if she has a vendetta, that's her prerogative, and I don't think it's gonna work long term based off of who I think she's close to. I think I'm me and Sharonica and Benny are like her best choices to get deep in this game, I believe.
If you do make this move, I know Sharonica, and you mentioned a little bit on the call, like if this move is made, how are you, her, both of you together gonna be safe? And I know based off of the chat that was created in the conversation you had last night with Hannah and Billy, is those relationships something that you would be leaning into post, making the move against Sean?
Yeah, I feel like that being made, it wasn't like made for a vote. Like they chose to make that alliance for a reason, and that's why I feel good about it. It doesn't feel like the Power Rangers where they just put me up or pick me up to save Papa because Sean wanted to save Papa for some reason. It was like hey, like we genuinely want to work with you. And so even though it's late in the game and that trust might not be there for like a perfect final three, I feel good about those two for quite a decent amount of time based off of how they've been playing. They play very loyal games. They happen to have lost all their allies except for like Romeo and Billy. And so I do feel like I have those two votes for sure. I don't think Sharonica's playing me, but if she is, good on her. She deserves to win if she's outplayed me. Like I said, it's an all-in strat that I've been playing. So it's, if a certain person burns me, I go out early. And if that person I believe is true, then I can go deep. So, it's all on Sharonica at that point. But I feel good with Sharonica. I think I can pitch to Papa. And it's really just Benny that is like the one that I don't think I'll ever be able to pick up after this. And I feel good with my chances against just one person. Even if Benny puts me up with somebody, I don't know what person he put up that would be more protected than me, except for maybe Sharonica. But even then, I don't even know if Sharonica would be safe, and I don't think Benny would ever put up Sharonica either. So,
Was
yeah, I
Benny in
feel
the
good.
Four
I feel
Horsemen?
good
I
about
don't
my spot.
remember.
Who, Benny?
Yeah.
No, so yeah, that's true. I'd be put up. He does have some connections there, but I don't think all of them for sure. And I feel like if me and Romeo go up, I'd have to do the count, but I would have Sharonica. I would have um Papa. I think I'd have Billy. Hannah's a toss up, and Jackie's a toss up. So yeah, I think actually, if I can just get Papa on my side, which is dangerous, obviously, but if I can get Papa on my side, I'm actually sitting pretty good, and I've only lost Benny as an ally if I do the Sean play.
All right, Garrett. I'm pumped to see what happens the rest of this level. We will find
Same.
out. We will find out tomorrow afternoon.
How long do I have after, or how long does whoever the CPU has after they've won?
Probably like around the start of the live, I think.
Oh, to
If I'm not
make the
mistaken.
noms?
Yeah, let me see. Let me look at the schedule real quick. All right, so we have the CPU is today Sunday. Then the CPU ends on Monday. We will make an announcement to CPU. Yeah, and then they will have from when CPU is announced on Monday to Tuesday. We'll probably make it a little bit before the live, like 24 hours probably prior. So yeah, probably like an hour before the live at the latest,
Okay.
and any time during the day before then.
Sounds good.
Alrighty, I'm good on questions.